Okay, I want to send love to my grandmother because, her name is Julia Boyd, to be more specific in the universe. No, but I want to send love to her because she texted me this morning and she sent me a picture of me as a baby. And I've seen these pictures before, and she like told me how old I was in the pictures. And I just feel like she as a woman is like this embodiment of love in my life, and just like as a gatekeeper of like our family's experiences and evolution and progression. I feel like she's literally like the gatekeeper of who we are as a family, and like you could go to her for anything to understand anything more about our family. Like she knows all of our roots in the South and everything like that, and she knows all of our family there. And I don't really have a deep, close connection with my non-immediate family, but she makes sure that she collects and is involved with everybody in our family so that she's the person that we can go to. For sure, she's like a medium, if you will, of our family's connection. And so I feel like I definitely want to send love to her. She is literally the embodiment of love in my life. Like she is who I aspire to be as somebody who offers and gives love and cares for people, because that's just like who she's been my whole life. But yeah, shout out to Nani. Shout out. I want to talk a little bit about this sniffle that I got. Because when we're talking about the practices that we were talking about before, I think it's really fair for people to understand, like I said, that it brings you closer to who you are. But I'm also like, if I'm my supreme self, I'm also not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm also not, and I feel like that's why sometimes it's hard. I was thinking about this in the bathroom. That's why sometimes it's hard for me to express what I'm happy about, because I'm literally planning my happiness. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what people get caught up in. Like you create ideas of what will make you happy, and then you achieve them, or you get there and you're like, okay, this is not really like the happiest process. So I think I have to be happy already. And I think we've talked about that a lot. Like you have to just be happy. You can't just be like, I'm going to be happy when this happens, or I'm going to be happy when that happens, or I'm going to be happy. I'm going to find happiness in this place. But I guess since we're venting, this is kind of like rant-like. But to go back to me saying that I have to just be where I'm at, although I know I should not have dairy, right? Although I'm very clear on that. I've been very sick. I've been in very actually unhealthy positions behind dairy. I feel like there's a knowing when you're present, there's a knowing, but at the same time, there is this kind of like space where you fall into your, the things that you're most attracted to when you're not in comfort, or when you're seeking comfort. And so I feel like we've even talked about it before. You guys were just talking about when I came in here, this kind of like dying, right? And so refraining is a kind of dying. And so if you don't allow that to happen, then there is an inherent suffering anyway, like me sitting here with the sniffles. I could have just not had the ice cream, but it was offered to me, right? So I'm like, I don't even have to pay for this. First of all, I would never buy Cold Stone, but it was offered to me. So I'm like, yeah, cotton candy with gummy bears. I need that. I need that now. And so I had a couple bites and now I'm here. And I just want people to know, you're able to still keep going. I don't have to be like, oh, I'm not a present person. I can't do the spiritual work. I'm not willing to put in the work for myself. No, there are some times where you as you are right now shows up and you're like, okay, I need to address that. And to add to that as well, and to add to, just being appreciative for the now and not being so goal oriented that you're choosing to place your happiness inside of your goals. I literally was telling my mom the other day that I'm learning to create ideal situations. Literally, I'm learning to live inside of my dreams, not just wait for my dreams to happen, work towards my dreams, and then when I get there, I'm there. Because I feel like sometimes, especially when you consider yourself an overachiever, you get there and you're like, okay, there's something else. There's always something else. So I feel like you have to literally create the ideal situation. It's the little things. So I literally, the other day, I was like, what is the most ideal situation for, the bathroom? I was setting up the bathroom for a client to come in. And I was like, I like when the lights are on, a low setting. And then like the flicker of the candle, I can hear it and see it. And I was like, this is ideal. And I feel like that's work in the same way that it's work to achieve long-term goals. It is literally work to be like, I want to come home to a clean space, and then be accountable for keeping your space clean, and not just being in it and being like, oh my God, the dishes. Oh my God, more clothes again. I keep wearing them and they keep getting dirty, and I keep having to fold them, and I keep having to, but if I've decided that I want a tranquil environment, to me feels like and is a space where my dishes are clean and my clothes are folded. Like that's a small effort towards even my long-term goals. And it says to me that I'm willing to do whatever it takes for what I want. So if you can't even fold your clothes when you want them folded, how do you think you're going to achieve anything else in life? Yeah. Honestly.